90.3 FM. I have Darlington Agumore joining us via the telephone. Hello, sir. Good evening.
Good evening, Lester. How are you?
I am fine. Thank you for joining us via the telephone. I don't know why you're not here, but I have written a petition to the management for not coming to pick you up. So this is basically officially online. All right, Darlington Agumore, very quickly. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu instructed the EFCC to make sure that they unfreeze the account. Now, the president said he was sincerely embarrassed by the situation because anything he does or anything he doesn't do, he'll be blamed for it, considering the fact that the Osun elections is on the 15th of this month, right? And he doesn't want a situation where it to be like he, being the president, is utilizing institutions to supposedly handcuff opposition. Now, you recall Adeleke 2 days ago said, Tinubu, I have endorsed you. What more do you want? Stop the killings. Yesterday, his nephew, I think that's the singer Davido, did a press conference where he said, please, certain persons should not interfere in the elections. He called the state governor of Imo State, Hope Uzodinma, indicating that he married from the state, warning people to allow the state to proceed with their elections without any form of interference. Now, the presidency is saying that he has not been properly briefed on the circumstances leading to the EFCC freezing that account, and that while he would not interfere in the democratic and autonomous proceedings of the EFCC, he felt compelled to do this because it was not a good time, and considering that the elections were coming up. Now, some critics have said, wow, so the president can determine what cases can be allowed to continue and allowed not to continue. What's his name asks that please, El Rufai should be released if the president could intervene in the case of the EFCC. Others said that, wow, the president did a good thing. It's all about leadership. And obviously, it doesn't speak well if he allows the EFCC to continue what they're doing. Now, Wilson Uwujarin was interviewed this morning, and he said that there were suspicious activities on that account, that the account that was frozen had nothing to do with the state payment of state salaries of workers in Osun State and all that, being that salaries were just paid, and that they just realized that unscrupulous transactions were taking place. Certain people have been called in for questioning, and it's not all the accounts, it's just one of the accounts, which he considers not to be something that will shut down whatever allocation the state needs. How do you react to this?
Esther, let not be deceived. Tinubu is not a Democrat, as he claims. The major reason is that the presidential vote in Osun State is going to him. And he wants to protect that vote. That is the brain behind what he has just done.
But the president just said he wasn't briefed with what happened.
Please, let me hear. When did you start believing him? No, tell me, all the other actions he's aware of, what did they do? Did he react over them? Answer. Did he react over them? All the other actions he has seen. The 210 trillion we are looking for in NNPC, what has he done? He has not heard of that one, Abi.
So you wouldn't compliment the fact that the president did this, considering the fact that elections were 15 to decide to intervene?
Answer. It is wrong. Please, you have spoken about it enough. It's wrong. Very, very wrong. So Tinubu is not controlling our system. He's controlling the court. Every action he must intervene to prove that yes, so it is only when he favors him. People should not be deceived. It is only when he favors him, because Adeleke declared that they don't have a presidential candidate in a court party, and they are all in support of Tinubu for his. These are the things we consider, Esther. Let nobody be deceived. I think there are serious actions in the past that no they didn't take it. Tinubu remained as he didn't clear. So why is this one in particular? And also it is a whole state. This is to happen there. Because like you saw in the social media, some boys in Osun are already up in house, waiting for anybody that will mess up in Osun. They said they are going to meet APC fire. These are the things he's trying to avoid. Forget about this thing he's telling you. Not only here. The 210 trillion and 11 billion EFCC, which are the bigger? Why has he not intervened in that one? So it's not matter. So tell me. That is to deceive everybody. Some people start going with that, yes, he is a good intervene. He should not intervene in our laws. He should not intervene. Let that be level playing ground. Why is it only,
so you're faulting the president for intervening. As of yesterday when this happened, critics and analysts like you felt it was politically motivated. How would you, very close to an election, freeze the account of a state governor who is seeking re-election? Now, obviously, Wilson Uwujarin, while responding, made reference to the fact that the same thing happened in Edo State before Okpebolo won the elections. And so, the anchor on the program said EFCC deliberately goes against states that are considered an opposition. Now, in this particular regard, the president did not want it to be like he was undemocratic and supposedly did not give a level playing field. This matter has been going on for a very long time. The Osun State allocation, the governor has been asking for the allocation to be released, and now, close to the election, they froze the account of the state government in Osun State. You don't think the president did well by using his executive powers? Because he says no matter what he does, no matter what he says, people will always ascribe negativity to his action, even when he tries to add some form of clemency or logic to what he does. So in overall, he ought not to have intervened. Then who petitioned the EFCC against the Osun State government? That's one too. What court order did the EFCC get to supposedly freeze those accounts? Although Wilson said they had the right under the section of the Constitution to do what they wanted to do. So that's the question we need to respond to.
Esther, there is nobody under our law that has any right to take action that is illegal, only to go and refer to the court after you have taken the action. That is it. It's like taking laws into your hand. If anything is written in the Constitution in Esther, before you carry out that action, especially when it comes to take action against a state, the court must give you that to go ahead.
But the anti-graft agency said they could freeze accounts for 72 hours without a court order before seeking judicial approval for further restrictions. So before they get any order from the court, they actually have the supposed right to freeze an account.
And with the little about these laws, it's effective. You don't carry out an action, and then let us go to court to validate what is done. That is an illegal law. It is not a law, seriously. It is not a law. If that is what is there, it is defective. Then why is the court there? Why will you take action? Then let us not refer to court to validate what you have done. Esther. That is an illegal law. Somebody should look at that law again. It is defective. Very defective. There is no need for you to really carry out the action before you now go to court to seek order. What do you want the court to do? You are not the court. You are not the court on your own. You are taking already. It is very, very defective. If that is the law, as it said, it is very defective. And I challenge anybody to tell me otherwise. When it comes to such matter, you are talking of a whole state, the account of a state, a state for that matter. This is a sub-unit of the federal government. Don't carry out such an action on your own. No, it's not done. And besides, why is it not general? Answer. When Yahya was taking the conduct to this state, paying the school fees of children of born in his family, EFCC was not aware. They were not aware. Why didn't they put that? Because this happened after Yahya has left office. Not true. They didn't hear and see when Yahya was taking funds from Kogi State Compass. They didn't see and hear that. When the Americans returned that money, openly they returned that money. Is that not enough evidence to prosecute Yahya Bello? Somebody should tell me if I'm talking rubbish. Somebody should tell me now. So the EFCC, they know what they are doing. Uhuja is just embarrassing himself with what he said. With the time that they have him in a right, did they answer them? He only pick one and leave the others. Up to today, nobody has said anything about the they do. Up to today, nobody. Nobody. So what are you telling me? I should validate what is. Whenever he tells us, you will see him with that action. It's even wrong for the president to be controlling and think. Very, very wrong.
All right, sir. We will discuss this further during the evening rush. The situation with the ex-DSS officer who is being remanded for allegedly supporting IPOB. We'll also look into the fact that a particular person is accusing the president that with what he is doing, there's a possibility he's going to write out the entire 2027 elections and that there is nothing Nigerians will do about it. We're going to look into that during the evening rush later today.
No problem.
All right, Darlington Agumore, thank you so much for giving us your perspective on this. We'll continue this conversation later on after the world news at 6 during the evening rush. We sincerely do appreciate your input.
My pleasure.
Like this one, yes. This is a great submission from Barrister Darlington, you understand? So, because all this way EFCC they do now, you understand me? Because where they're supposed to react, they're not going to react for the year. You understand? Where so they're supposed to react, they're not going to react for the year. All those people where they loot Nigerian money, what did they do then? What did they do then? How they do the case? Okay, the case of Yahya Bello, where Yahya Bello called a pay school, when they call a pay school fees for unborn children were born, they say that they pay school fees for them. Okay, what did they do that case? You understand me? So this country is so corrupt. Whereby they see everybody's finished. You understand? They don't say Nigeria will not get what we fit do. Because that's the power. You understand? So power is not forever. You understand? So we have to get time and season. So I just pray by the grace of God, 2027, now could be the end to all these things. You understand? If we Nigeria really unite to, you understand? If we make sure to say we stand by our vote. You understand? Well, it is well.